Good
Go ahead.
good evening.
Thank
Good good evening, everybody. Please, all protocols duly observed. Actually, I was taken aback, if I may say so, when Alex was speaking. I remember George Weah, and I have to quickly dig out his address. You see, George Weah, just by because we are now talking about post-election trauma in Nigeria and why people are behaving the way they are behaving. George Weah tried the first time when he wanted. They say he no go school. The guy finished football, begin go he went to United States, think a university in Florida, did his bachelor's and did masters, came back because he's committed to Liberia. Now, do you know what he did? He won the election. I remember he invited Paolo Maldini, JJ Okocha, all the African footballers, Didier Drogba. They came for his inauguration. All the Italian teams of AC Milan, because George Weah used to be the African Footballer of the Year and the first black man and the only black man so far to win World Footballer of the Year 1995 with AC Milan. So when they came after that, they were asking him. He said no. He said he must do. I remember the interview. He said he must do something for his country. That what, no matter how little, say he must do it. Do you know what George Weah did? But people do not know because Nigeria under IBB fought Samuel Doe also to liberate Liberia during the Ecomog War. George Weah felt that because of that type of diplomacy, he would like to repay Nigeria. George Weah contacted the Nigerian government to supply teachers, secondary school teachers that will come and teach in Liberian schools. I was involved because I wanted to recommend some people to go. Look, that's to tell you how corrupt, how decadent Nigeria is. I contacted the Liberian embassy in London. I told them, they say, oh, yeah, so am I aware? I say, yes, I heard George Weah say it, and he went to Nigeria. That's what, after the handshake. The lady said, oh, thank you that you contacted us, but unfortunately, we are not the people in charge. I said, then what do I do? He said, what you should do is we give you the address of Liberian embassy ambassador in Abuja. He said, contact them. They are the people that will do it. They are the people. So from UK, I contacted the Liberian embassy in Abuja. When I got there, I spoke to them. They were so happy. I said, what I want is what is the modality? What do the person need to do? Because I need to bring it to my people or to just to popular, to sort of advertise it. The lady told me, said, I think this is the first secretary. She said, it is not, we don't recruit them. It is left for Nigerian government to recruit them and forward the names to us. Our own is to do the consular aspect of it, give them clearance to enter Liberia, like we know the number. We forward them to hand them over to our Ministry of Education. Ministry of Education will determine your area of specialty, if it's physics, mathematics, biology, English. Then they send you to the region where they want you to teach. I said, then what do you want me to do? Because I thought he said, contact Abuja, Federal Ministry of Education in Nigeria. Now their wahala start. Because I know saying that is what I should do. But I wanted to, really sample Liberia. You see how professional these people are. Then I went back to them. I said, somebody told me that I can do it. He said, no, 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 we don't handle it. But if they approve any, or if you want me to put a word, I will tell the people that there are people coming to us. I said, no, let me do it my own way. Do you know I contacted the Abuja Federal Minister of Education? They said no, it's not the Federal Minister of Education, it's the Federal Minister of Foreign Service. Hey, trust Nigeria. I said, which phone do I use? They said they don't know, but this one works. The phone number they gave me wasn't going through. I went back to Liberian embassy, called the lady, said, look, tell me the phone number to ring. He said, well, ordinarily it should be the Minister of Foreign Service, but I don't know why they gave it education. But meanwhile, try this. He said it's executive director. He couldn't give me the name. He said, but I want to keep it secret because we are not supposed to be involved. But ring this number. His desk is directly in charge. So I rang the number. The person picked. I greeted, explained everything. Nigeria. I said, hi, it's my brother. We said, I said, what I want is What? How do I have people that will be interested, will be an asset to Nigeria to go and teach. You know what he tell me? He said, who told you about it? I said, what? He said, who told you? How do you how do you know about it? I said, well, it's in the news now. George Weah visited Nigeria. And because George Weah visited Nigeria, George Weah played football with JJ Okocha, Austin. You know, I begin talk all these things. He said, eh? He said, if he visits Nigeria, is he not? I said, no, I'm only trying to know so that I can know if it's the form I have to fill or go to the website. It's okay. I'm going for a meeting. Call me back. I call him back that day. Sote, answer. The second day I started doing it. You know what he told me? He said, if you know this, do you have your this thing ready? I said, what is it? He said, I said, okay, I have my CV ready. If that is what you want. He said, no. I said, who is talking of CV? You just want to go to Liberia like that? You are not serious. He banged the phone. I rang again. He said, what will happen is come and meet me. There's a come and meet me at just a one local hotel called in Abuja. I said I can come and meet him there. Then it should be over the weekend, Sunday evening. So I can come and meet him there and then let me knock on. It's at least something in the neighborhood of 2.5. Huh? 2.5. That is million naira. Million naira. I said, can't you bring it down? He said, no. He said, in fact, I don't even know whether you are sent to come and implicate me. He called the phone. Till today, I couldn't get through. You see, why I have to mention this is it's Liberia, a country of about 4.8 million people, according to Google.
Oh, sorry,
Now,
quick question there. Sorry to
yeah.
inter. Now, this is how they breed corruption. You shouldn't even pay a dime for that thing in the first place.
Ah, this
You
is
should not.
this is this
You
is
should
what
not
they
pay a
want.
dime. You should not pay a dime for it. The number should be left open. As many as possible will apply. Then
Do
they
you?
do a selection.
Yeah.
Whoever is
See,
qualified will now go.
these are the
You can go ahead,
demons we
sir.
have in these federal government parastatals. Those are one of the
The,
demons.
so what surprised me was the way the man till this thing and then started canvassing, even said they didn't know. Then I started write. I wrote one article sent to is it the Guardian, letter to the editor. I later send the email. They said they acknowledge it. I don't know whether they published it. I alerted them to that. Anyway, do you know why all this? I have to say it. Now, when George Weah look at a president that loves his country just because of this election. Now look at the handover. I mean, the accept the what can I say? Something like the speech after the election to concede that he lost, and then what will happen? Look at what George Weah said tonight. As we acknowledge the results, let us also recognize that the true winners of these elections are the people of Liberia. Through your peaceful and orderly exercise of your constitutional right to vote, you have once again demonstrated your commitment to the democratic principles that bind us together as a nation. Under my leadership, these elections were organized with a promise to the Liberian people, a promise of fairness, transparency, and credibility. I am proud to say that for the most part, we have fulfilled that promise. The Liberian people have spoken. Oh no, why should this thing? The Liberian people have spoken, and their choice will be honored and obeyed. Simple. The man gave way. You see, I felt ashamed. Let me tell you the truth. Today, if I'm in Nigeria and I'm looking for, let me tell you, because of this address, if I'm in Nigeria today, I would like to visit Liberia and see if I can apply for job in any way. I don't care the salary. This is what leadership is all about. Now, George Weah has given what they call seamless handover of power. George Weah becoming a president of Liberia, to be honest with you, it doesn't make him popular. What made George Weah popular was what he did with AC Milan in the football field. That is why the world knew George Weah. If you mention George Weah, if you ask people, do you know the president of Liberia? Some may tell you, I don't know. Have you heard about George Weah? Oh yeah, the one that played. That's what they tell you. So look at how the man did his own job and gave way. Look at what he planned for his country. Look at how he handled everything. Just like Nigeria was said, he may not have achieved so much, but the little he added And that civility he showed, transparency. So already such a man, you can't be thinking whether he's corrupted, he looted his country. Because he was so happy. He even thanked the Liberian people and urged them to congratulate the winner, that Liberia is the winner, is the winner for it. This is how a country should be. And what is Liberia? A country that is not up to the population of maybe one big state in Nigeria. The resources there is nothing. They depend on other countries, on AIDS or United States. Even most of their companies in there are run by Americans or the ones that want to come there and do anything. What are they? Nothing. So when we now come out, when we look at what is happening in Nigeria, to be honest with you, I think Nigeria will implode. But, or in fact, not that Nigeria will implode, but the implosion of Nigeria is on the calendar. It's not because I know this suffering. People are pretending. Nigerian people are just pretending. Tinubu recruited thousands of youths just to go to disrupt what is it called, discussion, because Nigerian discussion have left maybe the beer parlor in terms of because people do not have money anymore. It have moved to the Twitter. All these young boy people that voted for Obi and then that wanted a change, they are in the Twitter countering them. What they want to do is just when they move from one platform to the other and then be spreading hate and then be twisting facts. A liter of petrol, if care is not taken, we get to 5,000. I think that will jolt Nigerians out. When you say dollar is 1,000, $1, £1 to 1,000 for 1,005, maybe people may say, I don't have need for it. Maybe I'm not going anywhere, or maybe I'm in a rural area, I don't have need. But this price of crude oil, we get to 5,000 naira a liter because nothing is going to happen. This is a government that has got no agenda at all. The agenda of just let me have power, and when I grab power, all I need to do with it is just to say it is my turn. And because it's my turn, going about disgracing Nigeria. How on earth will a country like Nigeria be going to borrow? Borrow for what? For why? All we are talking is how to go and borrow money from here, borrow this from here, borrow this from here. Nigeria has tanked. Nigeria has grounded. Artificially, Nigeria is dead. I'm not right. That is technically, or not technically. In reality, Nigeria is dead. Nothing is ever. Nobody is even talking about power generation. Look at the state of the roads. Look at the level of insecurity everywhere. I don't want to then add it up to hunger. Every day you hear one type of nonsense. All I'm trying to say is that I know Nigeria will implode, and I know people will still come out to assert their right. But I'm trying to say that the threshold for Nigerians to react to me is too high because 1% of what is going on in Nigeria in most countries is enough to trigger civil unrest. But because the threshold for Nigerians to accommodate a hardship is so high that maybe a liter of petrol at 5,000 naira maybe may help to trigger it. That's what I'm trying to say. But whether it will get to there before Christmas or maybe in the new year, it's not for me to say. But as far as I know, I do not see the need why somebody, even at the end of the useless election that Nigeria had, somebody will come in to tell me that we should be praying for, we should keep hope that one magic will happen, that this government will do what? Look at, there is no judiciary in Nigeria. Before us, we've now known that there's no judiciary in Nigeria. It depends on the color of justice you want. If you want red, you pay for red. If you want black justice, you pay for it. So this is just the situation in the country. It depends on how, when people said, when we Nigerians wake up from their slumber, the more we look, Liberia has left us behind. They fought Ecomog and we were sending them food stuff. Now look at where they've all gone. They did the election. Now, by now, everything is, they're not talking of inauguration. That's all. But
All right.
Nigeria is still talking about who won the election and who did not win. It's a shame, really. If people feel that all they could do is to keep quiet and then feel that somehow things will change, it's not gonna change. Rather, Nigeria will be sinking deeper and deeper until such a time that you may wake up only to realize that even the money you feel you have in your pocket, there's nothing for you to buy. But must we wait till that time? Your guess is as good as mine. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ogasim.